A ver, Deadpool, Galactus contra Unicron. Está la de Miles Morales contra Deku, pero no, hay que comisionar este primero, ¿no?
Galactus, Devourer of Worlds.
And Unicron, Almighty Chaos Bringer. That's right, it's the day we've all been waiting for. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
No vamos a contar al de el escuadrón de superhéroes, ¿verdad?
Boomstick, what is the nature of evil?
Oh, it's 3.5 beers too early for that kind of question, Wiz.
No, seriously, is the wolf that hunts the hare evil? What about the bear that kills the wolf? Or the man that slays the bear? Is that evil?
Esa madre.
Perhaps this question was on Gallon of Ta's mind as he hurtled toward the end of infinity.
I'm pretty sure the question on his mind was, how do I turn this goddamn spaceship around?
Eons ago, the planet Ta was a paradise, the most advanced civilization the universe had ever known.
Too bad the universe was coming to an end. I hate it when that happens.
The Ta'an scientist Gallon watched as the rest of his race ignominiously perished and decided to die gloriously on his own terms.
By flying a ship into the sun, just like great-grandpappy Boomstick, the crazy old coot. But
Tío, pudiste volar hacia otro lado, pero no, vamos al sol.
being vaporized on contact like great-grandpappy Boomstick, Gallon got bitten by a radioactive god.
As the last living thing left before the universe's end, Gallon was visited by the sentience of the multiverse.
¿Te gustan los versos del canal Batintesun?
Sí, ¿qué? No los he leído, Batinteson.
Merged with him as part of a
De hecho, los únicos versos que me gustan son de estos. Todos los demás versos no me gustan. Solamente narran una pelea imaginaria.
cosmic cycle of death and rebirth. As the old multiverse died, a new one was born, and the scientist Gallon was no more. In his place was a being of untold power, the ravager of galaxies, Galactus.
Well, despite looking like a masochist giant purple vibrator, G-Dog here is one of the strongest beings in all of Marvel, baby! And there's only one thing he wants to do: eat friggin' worlds!
Galactus is so unbelievably, mind-meltingly powerful that strong doesn't really begin to describe him. Just being near him will begin to warp your perception of reality. In truth, he isn't even really a physical being with a soul anymore, but composed of energy itself. The power cosmic.
Basically, your all-purpose space god magic that no good almighty ass-whooping god can go without. Sure, he can use it to blast your
Hay
ass
mucha gente que apenas va a escuchar esas características de Galactus. Y qué bueno que lo hacen.
to unholy
Qué bueno que lo hacen,
smithereens, but it's a lot more flexible, too.
Es una buena introducción para la película si no la han ido a ver,
Described as being in touch with every other living thing at once, the power cosmic allows one access to a near infinite pool of knowledge and the
¿Cuál es el Galactus más poderoso? El de Mario con la Capcom 3, ¿no? Ya te voy diciendo.
ability to sense danger ahead of time.
I don't think there's a lot for him to be afraid of. He can manipulate matter, read and control the minds of gods, and teleport entire galaxies across the universe.
The power cosmic allows him fundamental control over life itself, manipulating souls, creating new life forms from nothing, and even resurrecting the dead. And because his body is composed of energy, he can't really be hurt in the traditional physical sense. This allows him to grow or shrink his body with seemingly no limit, and alter his appearance.
Wait. He chooses to look like that?
His physical appearance matches the species observing him, so a human sees a human Galactus, a Skrull Galactus, and so on.
Oh, so it's just like how I see the world.
What are you staring at?
What matters most to me in the world. Awesome.
No, not
Beer. Oh, va a haber una cerveza marca Beer,
very not awesome, at least as far as Galactus is concerned, since witnessing his approach is itself the end of the world. You would only have enough time to pray to your paltry gods before Galactus consumed your entire planet, absorbing its energy into himself, then moving on to his next meal.
Man, I guess his costume is appropriate because he sounds like a total dick. Like, come on, man. You watched your whole planet die. Now you're gonna go around the universe doing the same thing?
It's not entirely his fault.
No es para nada su culpa. Galactus literal es una fuerza de la naturaleza.
Power is so
No puedes culpar al viento por destruir tu casa.
immense that the only ththing that can sustain him is the consumption of entire worlds. Without this constant feeding, he would perish, just as humans would without consuming plants or other animals.
Kinda like how I hunt squirrels, cause I hate each and every one of them.
No, categorically the exact opposite, actually. Galactus isn't vengeful or cruel. If he could avoid any unnecessary death, he would. But just as the universe is bound by the laws of physics, Galactus is bound by his hunger.
And that hunger has put him in conflict with some of Marvel's other heaviest hitters, like Odin and the Phoenix Force. Galactus's fight with the Other and the Scryer got so intense, they threatened the entire infinite multiverse just as a side effect of the battle.
Hasta que se los comieron los zombies.
Galactus himself can comfortably cross countless light years in seconds. Some of these beings are more like abstract concepts than actual living things, many of which operate outside of linear time.
Like this alien bug dude who tried to use Galactus's energy to destroy 2 whole universes. Even after being drained by him, he still nuked 3 whole star systems before getting a snack.
Should he somehow be threatened by beings beyond even the scope of his power, Galactus crafted a device to solve all of his problems, the ultimate nullifier.
In case that name isn't obvious enough, it's a teeny tiny weapon that destroys anyone you think of.
It doesn't just destroy them, it destroys everything. The entire multiverse is eradicated, then recreated without the target. An extremely roundabout way of winning, but it works. That's exactly what happened when Galactus used it on the abstract god of destruction, Abraxas.
Y con todo, no ha habido un reinicio como tal en Marvel. Ha habido soft reboots, pero no ha habido un reinicio como tal como lo ha hecho DC. ¿Ya cuántos van? ¿6?
Destroyed the god of
3 minutos. Oh, permítanme. Están puestos los comerciales del extensible. Permítanme. Sí, están puestos 22 minutos con 30 segundos de comerciales por hora. O sea, cada corte comercial es como de 3 minutos cada 8 segundos. Digo, cada 8 minutos. Permítanme, déjenme bajar esta mamada. Y ahora sí. Cada 3 minutos, 3 minutos de comerciales cada 25.5 minutos. Ya, no normal. Perdón. My bad.
things with a Happy Meal toy.
Saico, está fuerte el hambre, perdón. Y luego se me olvida pagar los ads de nivel refrito.
My therapist said.
Hubo un reinicio en los 90s, pero Marvel se echó para atrás como a los 2 o 3 meses.
Los únicos 2 chidos que ha habido es el de Eoric Age, que es me imagino que es el que te refieres, que no, se acabó siendo solamente un soft reboot. Y el de hace poco, el de Secret Wars.
Great things come in small packages.
And the nullifier was key to Galactus' first great defeat upon his inevitable arrival on Earth.
When that pesky Reed Richards managed to get his stretchy hands on the thing, Galactus finally backed down and spared the planet.
Which makes no practical sense. The ultimate nullifier is a part of Galactus himself. It uses his own power. He can summon it at any time and even escape its effects by hiding in a pocket dimension. It even had the safety on.
Maybe he was just bored.
After billions of years of cosmic genocide just to survive, I'm pretty sure Galen forgot what it meant to be mortal. Perhaps that was the true evil all along, the slow death of Galen's humanity. Because what could be more terrifying than a being that sees everything and everyone you know and love as nothing more than his next meal?
Vamos con Unicron.
Beginning, heaven and earth, before light and dark, there was Unicron. Created by the formless, primordial being known as the One to explore the fledgling multiverse, Unicron instead decided to consume everything.
Dude, come on! Bad Unicron! Bad God! Bad!
The One decided to split Unicron into 2 beings.
Ojo de echar 5 subs.
One of order and hope known as Primus, and the other of chaos and evil known as Unicron. Again.
Like all good sibling rivalries, they pushed each other's shit in over the fate of all existence. That is, until the goody little two-shoes Primus tricked his bro into imprisoning their souls in giant asteroids. Classic sibling prank. For me, it was the dryer.
Primus terraformed his asteroid into what would later be known as the planet Cybertron, while Unicron did something different.
Yeah, he turned his planet into a planet that eats other planets. Not only that, it can change its form into a giant badass robot Satan! He's literally the first Transformer!
And with this new body, Unicron would travel the cosmos, consuming planet after planet and universe after universe. Not necessarily because of any hunger or need, but because Unicron is the physical embodiment of death and destruction. He is literally programmed to destroy everything.
God's gonna do what a
Es como si Brainiac se hubiese cogido a Galactus.
God's gotta do. And good luck trying to fight back. Uni's robot body comes with a tractor beam, eye lasers, fire breath, a chest cannon, and an antibody system in case anyone tries to pull a Drax on him.
Unicron can mentally dominate an entire race of beings, erase things from existence, warp the fabric of space and time, and even manipulate matter itself.
So even if his big robot body is damaged or destroyed, he can repair it lickety-split, or even send his spark out to find a new host.
Essentially the Transformers version of a soul, Unicron's spark is immensely powerful and produces its own energy source, dark energy.
Unicron is so evil
Energon oscuro, dark.
that he can literally turn his bad dude energy into weapons of mass destruction, like unholy blades or planet-busting lasers.
This dark energon will corrupt any that consumes it, turning them into a puppet of Unicron himself.
It's also obviously the opposite of regular energon, which is created by Primus and what fuels the Transformer race. So Unicron basically runs on the opposite of life. If he's death as a big robot, can he even be killed?
Not by any conventional means. Even the destruction of his spark isn't guaranteed to end him. He will continue to exist as a necessary force that drives the cosmos. Anytime he's destroyed, he will appear again in a new universe.
Una fuerza necesaria porque en algún punto el creador de esta realidad dijo, ¿sabe qué? Voy a trolear con un bicho que mata y no lo pueden matar.
In fact, almost every Unicron you've seen in movies, TV, and comics are the same Unicron.
Movie, no. Vamos a quitar películas. Digo, lives.
Unicron is a literal force of nature. You can't reason with a hurricane that hates you. All you can do is see it and get the hell out of the way. But this hurricane is never gonna...
Ya que viste que Cálico Electrónico, sus episodios son cortos, ¿puedo pedir los 6 de su primera temporada?
No sé cuántos son.
gonna stop until you and everyone you
O sea, ¿cuánto duran?
know is DED dead. His mere presence drove an entire planet insane.
I was trying to be poetic before, but this is what evil is.
Vamos a ver esta reproducción.
Incomprehensible, undeniable, inescapable. You can't even wait him out. He is unbound by the concept of linear time.
The Chaos Bringer is so powerful, his mere presence wrecks the space-time
También live action. Solo hay un Unicron en el multiverso.
Bueno, si quieres ponerlo así, sí.
continuum
De
and
hecho, sí.
can erase galaxies from existence
Pero mal representado.
just by strolling by.
To be clear, it isn't the force he's generating by moving that destroys things, it's his existence. His mere being is so overwhelmingly evil that the fabric of space-time cannot fathom Unicron's presence.
Holy dude! No wonder he was able to devour nearly a quarter of the entire multiverse, one universe at a time.
Estimates for the size of the Transformers multiverse vary, from over 15 quadrillion universes to an infinite number of universes, branching timelines, and planes of existence. And who better to portray a being who brings death to the universe than the man who gave birth to modern cinema? A final role fitting for an artist so much larger than life. Or deeply ironic that it's a feature-length toy commercial.
The Transformers movie has always been celebrated for its excellence. I say,
Despite that unbelievable power, the Chaos Bringer's almighty rampage through reality has been halted a number of times, usually due to the matrix of leadership, the essence of Primus himself, and the embodiment of all hope and light in the universe.
are you telling me that Robo-Satan was defeated by the power of friendship? Forget beer! I'm gonna need some of that shit going straight into the vein.
Bueno, es una serie noventera, así que sí, la mayoría se explotaba con el poder de la amistad.
As the abstract idea of evil actualized, any notion of goodness is directly antithetical to his being.
As incomprehensible to Unicron as he is to us.
But despite the best efforts of heroic Transformers like Optimus Prime, Unicron has always returned from the smoldering ashes of defeat and risen to threaten reality again.
It's his very nature.
Such as the time a united armada of Autobots, Decepticons, and an entire people created from his cells, the Minicons, tried to destroy him once and for all.
They actually succeeded in killing him until Galvatron's hatred for Optimus brought Unicron back to life.
Because challenging Unicron means challenging evil itself, destroying destruction itself. An impossible paradox.
You can't kill Unicron because killing is literally what Unicron is. So, what does that mean for us?
Petty act of
Literal, matar al concepto de la muerte. No a la muerte, el concepto de la muerte.
war. Every cruelty, every death battle gives Unicron life. The life he'll use to kill us all. We are culpable in
Con
our
ese guionazo, con esa hecha, con lo que va a ganar Unicron.
own annihilation.
Unicron's not just some comic book villain. He's all there is and all there will be. He was there at the beginning and he'll be there at the end. He's a law of physics. He's as inevitable as your dying breath.
Jesus, now you got me scared. All right, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time
¿Por
for
qué pone el cabezón chiquito?
death battle you've been asking for forever!
As all things must, your world has come to an end.
No, yo vine primero.
Halt! This planet is mine to consume. So saith Galactus, destroyer of worlds.
Begone, thus decrees Unicron, Chaos Bringer.
La gente de la Tierra no diciendo, coño, nos va a comer el gigante o la bola.
Madness.
Ya valió verga el planeta. Otra vez. Vamos por las esferas del dragón.
To pay for Oblivion's embrace.
I am Oblivion.
Begone.
¡Guerra de soles! No mames, qué música pusieron de fondo. No, ¿este episodio lo dirigió un coreano o un chino?
I am the power cosmic incarnate, not so easily felled. Fleeing so readily, Unicron.
No devourer, transforming. Beg not for mercy, behold blackening sky. Against mine chaos, even gods will die.
Te voy a pegar literal con el cosmos.
Galactus meets your challenge. Here's your goal. This world will bring destruction
Una galaxia completa. Cabrón, vale, verga.
to it all.
Eso es literal, que estamos desayunando y que en un parpadeo, al abrir los ojos, ya estemos todos en el paraíso. O lo que ustedes crean. Ni cuenta nos dimos de qué pasó un pedo en el cosmos.
Am destruction, pure finality, in first hand.
Imaginen si esto algún día es una película oficial o algo así, la cantidad de drogas que tienen que haber en el estudio de animación. De hecho, esto se acerca bastante.
True immortality.
turn thy dreams into the void where none may hear your screams.
Se le va a meter el aparatito. Ya con eso.
The power which you command.
Of course I do. Your death I thus demand. Finally, I have won.
I've seen their power, bringer of chaos. Yet by my vigor thou hast much need. Witness the last fate that awaits you thus. For almighty Galactus must now feed.
Ojo, lo dejó con hambre, Ya no se va a comer un planeta, se va a comer un sistema solar completo.
We know Galactus and Unicron were beings who could manipulate reality itself and do basically anything.
Older than the universe, unbound by time, they had each other matched in a lot of ways.
So it ultimately came down to which of them was more powerful.
Both could threaten an entire infinite multiverse, but Unicron could only do so over time, devouring them one by one.
While Galactus's battle with the Scryer and the other threatened to destroy the entire Marvel multiverse as just a side effect.
Not to mention, Galactus tussles with cosmic beings like himself all the time.
While Unicron is usually the top dog in Transformers, he's a big fish in a relatively small pond. Relative to Marvel, at least.
That might sound better for Unicron at first, but it means he has way less experience than Galactus in full-on fights against dudes his size.
And while Unicron has used Dark Energon to infect and corrupt other beings in the past, Galactus technically doesn't have a soul thanks to his
De
cosmic...
hecho, literal no tiene alma. Por eso no tiene sentido cuando... El Ghost Rider lo derrotó en la versión animada.
rebirth from Galactus.
Primero, no tiene arma que quemar. Y segundo, no tiene culpa.
And he's fended off mental attacks before, so there's no real reason to think that would work here.
And as lame as it is, the ultimate nullifier is just really, really overpowered.
Despite Unicron being able to survive the destruction of his spark, the ultimate nullifier is significantly more thorough. Consider the time it was used against Abraxas, a being that embodied the abstract concept of the multiverse's destruction.
Sounds like somebody you know? Even against someone like that, the good old Oli Nully had no problem erasing him from reality, and the same would happen to Unicron, while Galactus could always hide in that pocket dimension, just as he escaped the nullifier before.
Unicron was an insanely terrifying threat, but Galactus had the power, experience, and arsenal to ultimately annihilate him.
If
Ahora me estoy arrepintiendo de que hayan visto esto si no han visto el de los Cuatro Fantásticos.
you thought Galactus
Por favor, no se decepcionen.
was going down in this
Está chingona para lo que es, para la escala de la amenaza y todo.
fight, you were Unicron.
The winner is Galactus. Season 10's done, but Season 11 is on the
Ah, no spoileas. No estoy spoileando nada. Solamente les estoy diciendo que, a ver, no van a haber destrucción del cosmos, ni que también den un sistema solar. Es lo que estoy diciendo. Pero no, créanme, vayan a verla. Se van a ir de culo con el final.